Are you tired of toxic assholes ruining your fantasy football experience? Consider joining us at the Worthless Fantasy Federation. We run multiple different kinds of leagues. We have a 32-team NFL simulation style fantasy league. That's what most of our content is based around. You can see the podcast episodes on the channel here that directly correlate to that league, but we also have a salary cap league where we have custom rules designed around a salary cap simulation. We have a 16-team Dynasty Superflex league. We have multiple best ball leagues. Next year, we'll be introducing another 32-team NFL simulation style league, a 16-team Dynasty IDP league, and another salary cap simulation league using IDP, and much more to come in 2025 and beyond. I pride myself in building this community free of toxicity and the stuff that normally comes along with a fantasy football, free leagues that you find on Reddit or wherever. No toxic assholes here. We're just a group of people trying to have fun. Everybody's welcome. I don't care what walk of life you're from. You're welcome here. And I will do my best to help you have fun in fantasy football again. We are very active. I'm always available to help. If you're new to fantasy football, I have no issue helping you learn and get better. We have free leagues, we have paid leagues, we're expanding all the time and starting new leagues every year. So if you're looking for something different in fantasy football, something less toxic, something a little more serious, or if you're just looking to learn and you want a place to feel accepted and to make friends, consider joining the Worthless Fantasy Federation. Link to our Discord is in the description. Or if you wanted to just reach out and ask some questions, you can, comment here on YouTube. I will answer. You can reach out on Discord. Just join up in the Discord and DM me. I am Worthless Watkins. I really hope you give us a shot. Thanks.
All right. Welcome in, DJs. It is I, your guy, TJ, with a man who sacrificed 34 chickens and choked 8 more just to get the Bears a win this week. Watkins.
Hey, man, we did it for Dick.
Okay. Is that why you choked 8 chickens
That's
for Dick?
why I choked 8 chickens for Dick.
Okay.
That's a quote.
Say hi, Watkins.
Hi, Watkins.
I love your hair.
Thanks.
It makes your headset look big.
Okay.
All right. How you doing?
I'm okay. Another week in the books.
Another week in the books. Almost halfway through the season already. That's crazy.
Yeah, the mid-season rankings are coming up fast. I got a lot of work to do still.
Yeah, I think there'll be probably a new number 1 by the time we get to that.
I think there very well may be.
Yeah, crazy. All right. You got anything you want to add?
No.
All right, we'll get right to it.
Watch the Madden shit on YouTube. I release at least an episode of each week, trying to get it out more often, but that's difficult. So
You're as bad as a woman, you know that?
yeah.
Do you have anything to add? No. But here's a whole bunch of stuff you should do.
Say one thing.
How does Brittany put up with you?
She's stuck now. She had my kids.
And then moved all the way across the country.
Right. We're completely separated from family. She can't leave.
Yeah, all right. On to the week 6 or week 5 actually. We're going to do week 5's review. First off, I beat the Panthers. Suck it. All of you, because you all said I wouldn't.
Including
170 to
yourself.
Semantics at that point, man.
Yeah.
171-44. Watkins takes down a undefeated team in the Steelers, 209-153. Probably the lowest score in a win we've ever had. The Ravens beat the Packers 77-21.
Yeah.
There's about 20 teams who outscored both of them combined.
Yep.
Game of the week, Vikings beat the Bengals pretty easily, 179-119. Congrats, Trey. I
And
sent a
Hoosiers.
message. Yeah, but only Trey's getting paid. So,
Yeah.
uh, and then in probably what's the lowest score ever? Detroit
Yeah.
destroyed team over 175 to 16.8. Don't we play 14 players?
Something like that. That's what happens when
Nah,
your entire team is on a bye. Because
oh yeah, he didn't
his
even.
team is made up of mostly Browns and Chargers players, and both of those teams were on a bye this week.
Yeah, he only had 2 players who actually did anything on his
Yeah.
bench. That's crazy. Well, well, it's over for him at least now. I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to worry about the bye weeks anymore.
Yep.
Uh, Crazy game. The Colts topping another undefeated team in the Falcons, 229-205. Congrats, I guess. Titans beating the Bucks 109 to 42. Saints over the Texans barely 113 to 82. I'm pretty sure El Casio was sweating that week.
Yeah.
We got the Eagles over the Dolphins 214-138. Dallas edging out the Bills 175-162. Jets taking care of the Redskins 187 to 130. You got the Patriots actually beating the Giants now that I don't pick them 134 to 117. Kansas City edging out San Francisco 191 to 176. Broncos staying undefeated and being the only undefeated team left at 5-0, beating the Cardinals 227 to 165. Las Vegas going 4-1, beating Seattle 151 to 134, and the Rams beating out the Chargers 128 to 61, which puts our schedule or our rankings at Chicago still in lead in the North 4-1. Detroit is 3-2, and Minnesota is 2-3, with the Packers being 0-5. Kind of crazy. Detroit's pretty up there.
Yeah.
And the NFC East, we've got the Cowboys at 4-1, with the Eagles at 3-2, Washington at 2-3, and New York at 1-4. That's kind of where we would expect that to be. Maybe the
Yeah.
Eagles and Cowboys swapped, or both 4-1, something like that. So in the South, the Falcons are 4-1, along with the Saints. Biggest surprise.
Yeah. I don't.
4-1 Saints.
They're like the 5th seed in the NFC right now through
Their
5 weeks, which is
points
insane.
their points for at 614.
Yeah, which puts them like in the like 20s range in rank. So it's just been their schedule. They've just been lucky and had a couple of really lucky games so far. It'll be
I would
interesting
play
to
the game.
see
Yeah,
where they end at the end of the season.
absolutely. Which
Well,
puts puts them above the Panthers, who have scored 300 points more than them at 3
yeah,
and 2. Tampa Bay 0-5. That's the craziest division I think right now.
yeah,
And we in the West, we got Seattle at 3-2, San Francisco and the Rams and the Cardinals all at 2-3. Very close in the West still. AFC North, Steelers are now 4-1, with the Ravens at 3-2, Ulmer at 2-3, and the Bungles at 1-4. The Ravens are kind of surprising. I would have
eh,
expected them to
they're not
be.
like a full-on blow it up rebuild team. They did a lot of their rebuilding in the 2023 draft. I mean, they've got a lot of picks in 2024, but they weren't really. I think they're going to be way more competitive next year. This year's kind of a letting the rookies develop and waiting out another year.
Yeah. And the East, it's more like cream rising to the top. You got the Bills and the Jets both at 3-2, Dolphins and Patriots at both at 1-4.
I mean, the
Although
Dolphins being 1-4 is kind of a big surprise.
I
They're
would
not
have
that bad.
expected the Dolphins to be above the Jets, but yeah, I mean they scored 819 points, which is
Yeah.
what 300 more than the 4-1 Saints. So
Yep.
in the South, you got the Colts and me at 4-1, Titans at 2-3, and Texans at 0-5. So we got a race there. But in the West, said it was the beast. Broncos country. Let's ride. 5-0. Kansas City 4-1. Las Vegas 4-1. LA,
Yeah.
Los Chargers, I guess 0-5.
AFC West a fucking arms race right now.
The Broncos are averaging over 200 points a game.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Like I was actually talking with the Steelers owner earlier, and I was telling him how basically if you get 150, you got a chance.
Yeah.
175, you should probably win. And if you're over 200, that's a really great game. He's just having really great games.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So, good job, Broncos. Way to be amazing so far in the first half. Before we get into week 6, we will go over players first. And
Gotta go over the
top.
pick'ems results also.
Yeah. So top 5 fantasy right now on the offensive side. You got Jersey Fishes Hill at 135, Saquon's McCaffrey at 132, Erickson 54's Diggs at 120, Bagwell's Allen at 116. They finally got a quarterback up there. And Boltified's Pook Pook is at 115. Not bad. Finally getting a little bit of a variety up there. So
DJ Moore sniffing the top 5. Hell yeah. Go Bears.
one game. It's really interesting because JJ's going to go down,
Yep.
being hurt. Mostert might go down. He's hurt. I actually pointed this out to Watkins. If you look at the top 3 running backs, 2 of the top 3 running backs are Miami Dolphins. So that's pretty crazy. On the defensive side, you got Steel Curtains Watt at 135, AC Nailers Franklin at 135, Erickson's Williams at 126, Leonhard Smith at 111, and SMA's Bernard at 109.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Actually, they just realized that Erickson has somebody on the offense and defensive side on the top
Yep.
5. No wonder the Jets are doing pretty good. All right, Watkins, give it to us.
Okay, pick'em
While I eat a
results
cookie.
for week 5. Jaguars and Panthers. We all chose the Panthers to win, and you actually upset them. Good job. Bears
You're
Steelers.
welcome, America.
Obviously, I won, and the WFF chose the Steelers to win. Y'all fucked up. Ravens Packers. We all picked Ravens. No surprise there. Lions Browns. You and I chose Lions because we realized that the Browns were on bye and had no shot at winning, and for some reason the WFF just ignored that or didn't do their homework and picked the Browns to win. So they lost a point there. Falcons Colts. We all chose the Falcons, and we know how that ended up. Buccaneers Titans. We all chose the Titans. No surprise there. Saints Texans. Same thing with the Saints. Eagles Dolphins. We all chose the Eagles. Bills Cowboys. Cowboys won. You and I both chose the Bills, but the WFF chose the Cowboys. So they got one up on us there. Jets Commanders. We all chose the Commanders, and the Jets won. Patriots Giants. The WFF again was the only one to call that correctly. You and I both chose the Giants. Chiefs 49ers. We all called it right with the Chiefs. Same with the Broncos and the Cardinals. Same with the Raiders and the Seahawks. Same with the Rams and the Chargers. No surprise in those games. Game of the week, Bengals and
Sounds like a
Vikings.
bad week.
Yeah, game of the week, Bengals and Vikings. The WFF were the only ones to call it correctly. You and I both chose the Bengals.
Huh.
So you and I got 10 of 16 correct this week. So only 63.
Rough.
Yeah, 63% correct, and the WFF only got 11 correct. So they actually only beat us by 1. But they came back a lot in the overall. You're at 60 for 75% of your games called correctly so far. I'm at 61 for 76% of the games called correctly so far. And they're at 57, 71% of the games called correctly so far.
All right.
You and them both have 4 bonus points, and I have 3. Still 1 back on the game of the week picks. But they're catching up.
Yeah. I think it's about time for us to stop sandbagging it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to week 6. We're going to skip that one. We'll go to the Bears and Lions. This was supposed to be a no-brainer. I still think it's still going to be the Bears, but not quite as big of a no-brainer anymore. What about you, Watkins?
I mean, I of course am choosing myself to win, but yeah, I mean, the Lions are definitely making it a little more of a race. I thought my race was going to be against the Vikings, and it turns out that it might be against the fucking Lions.
Speaking of the Vikings, they're playing the Packers, and I think there's no doubt that the Vikings will win. I'm pretty sure one of their players will beat the projection of the Packers.
Yeah, there's no shot there that the Packers beat the Vikings. That's an easy free point.
Then we got Philly and Washington. This is actually a close game.
Yeah, projections are pretty much dead down the middle, only a couple points off of each other. That's with the Commanders having Javonte Williams in their lineup, though, who is out. Oh, but that was last week. He should play this week, apparently.
Broncos are not good though, and they're playing at Kansas City.
That is true.
They're going to be throwing the ball a lot. Hurts, they're playing the Jets. Oh man, they should do good against the Jets too. I'm gonna go Philadelphia on this one.
Yeah, the Philly defense is better than it gets credit for, because I know the Commanders have a really, really good defense, but looking at it stacked up against the Eagles' defense, it's actually pretty comparable. So then it comes down to offense for me, and I think the Commanders actually have the better offense, but it's just so hard to bet against Jalen Hurts and Tyreek Hill.
So you're going Eagles?
You know what? No, I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
Okay. All right. Dallas and the Giants. I'm gonna go. How bad is Amon-Ra hurt?
He should play this week.
Probably. Okay.
He better play this week at least. I have him in a lot of leagues.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't.
I mean,
I'm with you on that one.
Tampa Panthers. Panthers gonna win this one.
Yeah, no shot.
Atlanta, New Orleans. I guess I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I mean, I think New Orleans is finally gonna lose a game properly here.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go with the Falcons here. I don't see how they could drop the game to the Saints, unless, bye weeks, but neither one of them are having any major bye week issues this week, I don't think. So I mean, you never know. For some reason that Saints team just keeps surprising me, but I don't think they can. I don't think they can take down a 4-1 team.
Okay. Seattle, Arizona. Seattle.
Could end up being closer than we see it now on paper. Now that JJ's hurt, because the Cardinals have Addison, so he's going to get more targets. But he was already getting decent targets. I don't think it's going to be. I think a lot of the bonus of JJ being hurt is actually going to fall to KJ Osborne being able to take Addison's targets. So I think I'll also go with the Seahawks.
Niners, Rams. I'm going to go with the Niners on this one. I think this is where the NFC West starts to split, and we'll have we'll have Seattle and San Francisco being the top two teams showing up.
I'm with you there. I'm going 49ers as well.
Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I'm going to go Pittsburgh, and I think if Pittsburgh wins this one, they pretty much have a free shot. Yeah. Because that division is just not doing good.
No. They don't really have much of a competition in their division. Yeah, I'm likewise going Steelers, and I think they're running away with the division at this point.
Next, we got the Bungles and Ulmer. This one's a close game too, and for some reason, Ulmer just cannot seem to pull it together.
Well, I mean, he's actively, I guess not actively tanking now, but he's not really trying to super win anymore. So
I'm actually going to go with the Bungles. I think they go to 2-4, along with Ulmer at 2-4. The Ravens go 3-3. The Steelers be 5-1, and that's pretty much the end of that division.
I think I'm also going to go with the Bengals. I don't love it, though. I think this could easily go either way.
Yeah, I don't love it, but I think that's where it's going to be. Bills, Patriots. I'm not going to pick the Patriots, so Bills.
All right. Well, are you sure you don't want to?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I will likewise be going Bills.
Dolphins and Jets. If you asked me this at the beginning of the week or beginning of the year, I probably would have said the Dolphins.
Definitely would have. As would I. But now I don't know.
It's not that Miami has a bad team. I think they've just been getting unlucky.
Is Mostert going to play this week?
That's the big question. And Force is an active.
It seems like yes, he is going to.
I'm gonna go. I don't
Yeah,
like
the
it, but I'm gonna
Jets.
go with the
Jets.
Dolphins.
I think I'm also going to go with the Dolphins, pretty much for the reason you just came to, is that the Jets play the Eagles, whereas the Dolphins play the Panthers. And Raheem Mostert is going to play without Achane there to leech targets now, so Mostert's probably going to have a hell of a game. Nico Collins is having a hell of a year.
That's what I'm saying. It seems not bad. I think he's just been very unlucky.
The Jets have a pretty good secondary, and he's got Devontae Smith, so I think that the Jets actually might be able to lock A.J. Brown down decently enough to where Devontae Smith is going to get more targets
Okay.
this week. I think I'm also going to go with the Dolphins, but yeah, I don't love it either. I think the Jets could just as easily win that game.
Texans, Titans. Titans go 3-3, which makes me mad.
You guys have an easy schedule. All right, you can't be that mad.
I assume you're taking the Titans also.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Alright.
although you never know. El Castro's holding some decent players now, and I think he's
He's sweating.
As of this week, actually, if the season ended today, the Green Bay Packers would hold the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I think
El Castro officially has more max points for than the Packers do.
Castro's sweating, which
Well,
excites me. Maybe
maybe
I can get something for a 4th round pick.
He traded for Pitts. He's got Zach Wilson. He's got somebody else like really good that he just traded for, scoring a lot of points. Like that's what happens.
Chiefs Raiders.
This could actually be a really close game.
I think so. I think the Raiders have been well over their projections every week. But I think, I mean, if you're projected 192 points, you can't lose, right? I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
I mean, it's hard to bet against them.
Yeah, and then Broncos, Chargers. Broncos go 6-0. Everybody hates them.
I'm gonna choose the Chiefs too, but I don't like it. I really think that the Raiders have a real shot of winning that game.
I can't wait till next week when the Raiders just surprise us all.
Yeah.
And Watkins is gonna go, I knew it was gonna be the Raiders who won that. And I'm just gonna say you're a fucking liar.
I already took my shot there with the Commanders over the Eagles. I don't want to also take Raiders over the Chiefs, but I really think that they could. Who was it? Broncos Chargers, you said?
Yep.
Which
Broncos go
obviously
6-0.
Broncos continue to be the only undefeated team in the league.
So that brings us to the game of the week. I actually wanted a different game of the week, but Watkins said this is going to be the better game. I don't know how I feel about it with it, especially because it's me against the Colts. But this is for the battle for first place in our division. Man, that projection is looking bad for me. So
yeah,
let's break it down and see what's going on in here. So running backs, I got Jacobs. He's got Moss. Whoever he played last week got lost pretty bad. So
yeah, that was the Titans. I mean, Moss is having a hell of a year, but Jonathan Taylor comes back this week.
Taylor's coming back. Mm-hmm.
So,
but you got to assume he's going to be on
limited carries for sure. He's definitely going to be on a snap count. And how do you look Zach Moss in the face and go, hey, I know you're having literally a career year and you're knocking on top 5 running back in the league right now, but JT's back, so fuck off. You know, it's not going to happen. Zach Moss is still going to get a fuck ton of carries. I mean, he just ran for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's running back 6 right now. Like,
who did the Colts play?
Who do they play this week? They play
last week. I played Jacksonville this week.
Oh, right. They played the Titans last week.
Okay, so it's the Titans.
That's funny that the Colts and the Jaguars play each other in real life also.
That is funny.
See, perfect game of the week.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Well, I mean, you know, we are the same division and all that. I don't think Jacksonville's defense is much better than Tennessee's, but I mean, I'm gonna go Jacobs. Jacobs is starting to come around.
I'm also going Jacobs. I mean, he's gonna run all over the Patriots this week.
First 3 weeks, I was about to give Jacobs up for like a bag of chips, but
I wish I would have slid in there. Well,
yeah, should have slid in there. Next we got Calvin Ridley and Jamar Chase. I mean, it's Chase.
Yeah, I'll take Jamar Chase.
But
Please and thank you.
yeah, I mean, he only had one good game this year? He's had
He's at 2.
one good game. He had 2 games and 1 this week. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't score 52 points again. He's
I
playing
mean,
Seattle,
it's
so
against Seattle, so he shouldn't. But he should still have a good week.
Cortland Sutton versus Juju. I personally like Sutton. I've never been a big fan of Juju. I'm not a big fan of Sutton either.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of either of them, but I'll take Sutton.
Sutton didn't do anything this past week for me. He had
Juju
one
hasn't done
catch
shit
for
all
like,
season, so
oh, he really hasn't. Okay, yeah. Cortland, he's usually 11 points, worth 11 points, but he
Yeah.
only had one catch for 13 yards. So
yeah.
he's gonna make up for that for me this week. They are playing Kansas City, so they got to throw the ball a lot. Higbee versus Granson. I don't even really know who Granson is.
He's not having a great year. He's kind of just a dude that exists over there in the Colts offense. I mean, the answer is Higbee. Higbee's an actual premier pass catching tight end, whereas Granson
again,
is kind of just a dude.
they're playing Arizona. They have Cup back. Cup looks like he's actually Cup, which surprises me. I really thought that it would take a while for him to get back into form. Maybe that opens it up a little bit more for Higbee, but maybe that might actually just go to poop poop. Van Jefferson just got traded too,
He
so
did at the Falcons. Yep.
Yeah, that might open it up a little bit. We got our flexes. We got Madison and Rice versus Smith and Westbrook. Ekekekahine. Ho.
I mean, it's not really a competition here when one of the flexes on the other side is a tight end and not a very good one.
Yeah, I'm going to take my guys.
Yeah, I'll take Madison and Rice.
I think I would just take Madison over the other two, honestly.
Yeah, I think I'd probably be right there with you.
And they're playing at Chicago. Oh, God. I'm happy about that. Quarterbacks, T-Law and Stroud. Now, immediately you're going to think T-Law.
No, I'm immediately thinking CJ Stroud.
Okay.
But T-Law versus the
I-
Colts and Stroud versus the Saints is a big difference.
Who knew the Saints does have a great defense, apparently.
They do, and they've got Marshawn Lattimore. So
Lawrence is projected 18. Yeah.
That's just one of your wide receivers off the board immediately. Whoever's matched up with Lattimore just doesn't get to play this week. So I'm going to go with Lawrence versus the Colts, but I think it's going to be really close. I actually think Stroud's going to have a good game. He's been having good games. I just don't like him matched against the Saints over Lawrence matched against the Colts.
Jacksonville's already playing Indy again. Didn't they play them week 1?
Yes,
and
because T-Law was quarterback 8 that week. So
was he? Okay.
Yes.
Well, now they're playing without AR at quarterback, so they'll have Gardner Minshew, so they shouldn't be as good as they were that week.
Yeah.
But
not that
Lawrence, I don't think
Lawrence.
It can. I mean, that means that could mean they're on the field more. I don't think he's hit a projection all year. He hasn't. No, he did. Week 4 by 1 point. He has not been the quarterback that I was hoping he'd be. He's another one that I'm like, man, I could trade him for a bag of chips right now. 17th best quarterback.
I'll trade you Fields for him straight up right now.
Don't
actually, I don't know that I would do that. Fields is such a good fantasy quarterback because he runs so much.
He might suck in real life, but yeah, don't tempt me. I need him to be right here where he was last year.
Yeah.
8th, not 17th.
I think Fields was 7th last year, actually, so it actually wouldn't be that bad of a trade.
Stroud
is pretty similar.
Yeah, Stroud has had good weeks.
I mean, he's quarterback 13 right now. Better than T-Law.
Yeah.
T-Law's quarterback 17.
I don't know that I just.
Also, CJ Stroud yet to throw an interception this year. Not a 1.
Even better, he's yet to throw an interception his entire professional NFL career.
Well, considering he's a rookie, that's true.
You got to make it sound good.
Okay,
really good. This man has never thrown an interception in the NFL in his life.
True, he has not.
I think Stroud will have a better week.
I think T-Law's gonna have a better week, but I mean, we're talking maybe the difference of like a point. So
I hope you're right. IDP, I've got Taki Taki. He's got Pei, who is out.
It's a
He was unable to
concussion.
clear
It was a concussion.
concussion
He'll probably
protocol.
play.
What's his name? Quiddy Pei?
Quiddy Pay, yeah. He'll probably play.
Um,
He's had a pretty good year.
yeah. Taki Taki hasn't had that great of a year.
No, he has not.
Probably
I'm
averaging
taking.
about
It is
7, 8
crazy
points.
though that it's a linebacker versus a defensive lineman, whereas they don't normally score that many fantasy points.
Yeah,
Quiddy
yeah.
Pay, he's fucking. He's making a case. I mean, he is
Yeah,
an
well,
edge rusher, but still.
we'll get to why he's in his IDP spot right now. I got Cam Jordan and Maurice Hurst. He's got DeForest Buckner and Joey Bosa.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Buckner and Joey Bosa, and it's not even close.
I don't. I can't blame you for that. One, Jordan is very hit or miss this year.
Don't worry, the rest of this defense is gonna go pretty much the same.
Although he does have the best picture in
That is a pretty good pick. I love Cam Jordan. It's gonna be sad when he retires. He's such a cool dude.
Hurst is very off and on as well. Do I have somebody on buy? I think I have someone on buy.
We'll get to that once we get to the benches.
I do. Yeah. Now I'm seeing it now.
Let's go to linebackers.
Singleton, Gibbons versus Franklin and
Okereke. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Franklin and Okereke, and your linebackers can get fucked by two of the best linebackers in the league.
Now listen, my linebackers aren't bad.
Okay, to be fair, Alex Singleton is a fucking beast.
I think Gibbons is having a better year than Singleton.
Gibbons is having a pretty good year. He's young, so, you know. It's just when I see Zaire Franklin and Bobby Okereke next to each other, I'm like, yeah, give me those two, and it's not even going to be a question ever. And it's not. I mean, if you look at the points that your two linebackers have scored versus the points his two linebackers have scored, it's not close. Your linebackers are good, but they're not that good.
Okay, it's fair. 100% fair. DBs Jenkins and St. Just versus Poyer and Bayard.
I mean, Rayshon Jenkins is having a pretty decent year, and I really like Benjamin St. Just. I was a big fan when you traded for him, and I'm glad that he's having a year to back that up. But Jordan Poyer is one of the best safeties in the league. He's not having the greatest year. He is old. And Kevin Byard, same, one of the best safeties in the league, but old, kind of having a down year.
I'll tell you this right now: St. Just will not be in my lineup at the end of this.
Oh,
or by this week.
Okay.
So,
I think it's pretty even for me. It'll be who?
He'll be on the bench.
For who? Oh, is Derwin James coming back?
I hope.
Is that the plan?
I mean, he was inactive week 4. He had a bye week 5. So that's 2 weeks for his hamstring to get better.
If it's Derwin James instead of St. Just, I think I'm taking your DBs over his. But if it's not, I think I might take Poyer and Byard.
And if it's not, I'm probably actually going back to a double Jacksonville back set with Williams. Williams has been having a pretty good past couple weeks as well.
That is true. Darius Williams not too bad.
So it most likely will not be St. Just.
Probably be a lot better if it was Andre Cisco, but we're not going to talk about that. You know, one of the best new up and coming safeties in the league, having a hell of a year. Traded for a fucking bag of peanuts, but we're not going to talk about that.
He's been okay. He hasn't been the greatest. He's been okay.
Better than 30-year-old Darius Williams.
Let's add this up real quick. 33, 44.
How much? Just overall points on the year. What is Cisco at?
70.22.
So he's losing to Darius Williams by like 10 points, but it's still a safety versus a cornerback. So I'll take the safety all day, every day.
Okay. Well, anyway, so there's our lineups. Now on our bench, any notables that you see off the bat?
Yeah, the Colts have A.J. Dillon and Jalen Warren on a bye this week, which sucks, and which is why Juju Smith and Irv Smith are in his starting lineup. So if there was a week where you could take down the Colts, this would be the week with two of his normal starters on a bye.
You don't think I could take down the Colts normally?
Well, I mean, you could, but I'm just saying, having two of their big name starters on bye helps, but likewise you have Highsmith on a bye.
Mm. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, I mean you guys both have some pretty good defensive depth, but obviously nobody that jumps out that would like start. Although actually, I think Julian Blackman for the Colts ends up starting over one of Poyer or Briard. I don't know why he's not in the lineup now.
Yeah,
Same with Kenny
there-
Moore. Why is he starting Poyer and Briard over Kenny Moore and Julian Blackman? Whatever. I'm not the Colts owner.
I love how David, or is that his name, Dave?
David
Yeah,
Mayo,
David Mayo
yeah.
still gets projected points, but he has goose egg literally all year.
Yeah.
That is going to be the trade that gives me a heart attack and kills me. I really thought he was going to be something decent.
We all
Man, I'm
have
glad I
trades like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping Hunt gets more into the games more. I mean, his percentages aren't bad, 20 and 22%, and then they
Yeah.
had a bye, so he may get implemented a bit more. I don't
I
think
hope not.
I'm not ready to put him in yet. Into one of those spots. If I did, it's kind of hard to say which one it would be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to replace Madison over him. And Rasheed Rice, he's doing pretty good. I mean, he's very hit or miss, but
Yeah.
I mean, for my second flex, if I'm getting 10 points from him, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, like I said, Derwin James, if he comes back, he's not shown on my bench. He's in IR, but yeah, no one else is. Maybe Williams. That's about it. Yeah, but as shown up here, the projections are 130 to 160. Colts beating me. I'll let you go first since it's my team. Go ahead.
Ooh. I think you have the better offense, but he has the better defense. So
That's obvious.
it really comes down to that. But also, I mean, Jamar Chase. Although JT comes back this week, so I don't know about that. So, I am going to take the Colts to win, but I
Okay.
also wouldn't be surprised if you.
I feel obligated to take the Colts because I'm now 1-0 when I've bet against myself.
Yeah.
When I thought I would lose. Jacobs is coming around,
Yeah.
and if Ridley and T-Law, more specifically T-Law, gets his shit together, and Sutton actually has 11 points, my defensive players can keep me in this game. I'm going to pick myself.
Interesting. Could be the week where I get that point back. The
I want to
bonus
save
point I
myself
don't
10
have.
bucks. Okay.
Yeah.
$10 a week doesn't sound bad until you have to do it 13 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to pick me.
It's funny that it'll still count as winnings into your, purse on like the
Yeah.
thing where I track
I mean,
it, but
I saved myself $10,
yeah,
so
it won't actually count for anything.
don't fail me, team.
All right, so we only differ on 2 picks this week. Eagles and Commanders, and you and the Colts.
Yeah, so let's see what the Degens have picked up for us. Shoot, go for it. See what they got.
All right, 7 responses this week. Bears Lions 5-2 in favor of me. Probably really no surprise there. Packers Vikings 6-1 in favor of the Vikings. I'm not sure who this one person is that still is not taking this super seriously. Eagles Commanders. Oh, I'm going to be on an island. 5-2 in favor of the Eagles. So I'm going to be the only one that chose Commanders. Cowboys Giants 100% in favor of the Cowboys. Buccaneers Panthers 100% in favor of the Panthers. Falcons Saints 6-1 in favor of the Falcons. Seahawks Cardinals 6-1 in favor of the Seahawks. 49ers Rams 100% 49ers. Steelers Ravens 5-2 in favor of the Steelers. Bengals Browns is 100% on the Bengals. I expected that to be split.
Everybody's losing faith in the Browns.
I guess. Bills Patriots 100% in favor of the Bills. Dolphins Jets 5-2 in favor of the Dolphins. Texans Titans 100% in favor of the Titans. Jaguars Colts 5-2 in favor of the Jaguars. I am on an island this week. Game of the week, which is exactly where I want to be considering I'm down a point.
Suck it, Watkins. I'm gonna destroy the Colts. Sorry, AC.
I doubt it, but we'll see. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if you win, but I kind of hope you don't. Chiefs Raiders 6-1 in favor of the Chiefs. Not much faith in the Raiders, even though they could just as easily win. Chargers Broncos 6-1 in favor of the Broncos. I still don't know who. One person. So no big surprises from the WFF. This week it's going to be a lot of either we pretty much all hit or we all miss.
Sounds very degenerative of us. All right. So that's our week 6. Good luck to you, man.
I'm facing the Lions. I'm not super worried as long as, everybody doesn't get hurt and get fucked somehow, then I'll be okay. Good luck to you. You have an actual game this week.
That's it. I'm taking it. I'm going 5-1. I'm gonna take first place and be in the spot where I need to be, right before the power rankings.
That would be good time to do it.
I actually need to get started on those. So
yeah.
But all right. So with that, we are done for the week 6. We will see you all on the other side of the NFL's week 6. Good luck to you all, and we'll see you in a week.
Where it'll be power rankings time.
See you.